On the 16th of October 2003, I watched this heartbreaking video on teen suicide about this young girl, Becca. I thought about this young girl after seeing a beautiful smiling face in the video I stumbled across until 5:50 AM the next morning. I realised I couldn't make a difference, but many of us joined together can. I'm no angel, I've bullied people to an extent, but coming to the realisation two wrongs don't make a right has sent me on this journey to try and prevent life-taking scenarios in which 12-year-old Becca had to face. Admitting I'm a hypocrite in this situation has made me determined to make you admit the same thing. Once something in life has been said or done, it can't be taken back. Yes, some people are just cruel, but deep down inside everyone has a little compassion, love, and humanity. We need to think before we speak or act and realise what consequences may come from our own actions. Bullying isn't something new, but at first it was just guns, then rocket launchers, and now atomic bombs. We're just adding fuel to the fire. Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Ask.fm, Kik, and many more social media websites are the atomic bomb when it comes to bullying. Bullying will unfortunately always be around, but so will people who are trying to prevent it. Realise what your own words could do and how powerful they are. Rebecca Sedgwick. She took her own life on September the 9th, 2013. Her family said they wish things could have been handled differently from the start. The young girl told her school about the terrorising she was getting. They told her to grow thicker skin. This young 12-year-old beautiful girl was taken out of school and her world was tipped upside down. The bullying didn't stop there. Even after the young girl's funeral, the bullies still kept at it, putting this poor defenceless girl down once again. The 12-year-old thought and believed with every inch of her heart the best answer was to jump off a cement factory tower and fall to her death. Bart Pelosi committed suicide August 27th at the age of 15 due to being tall and slightly awkward. Hannah Smith, 14 years old, committed suicide due to cyberbullying. The young girl passed in August this year and was found with a note that said, "I wonder if it's ever going to get any better." Tyler Clementi, an 18-year-old, jumped from the George Washington Bridge in September 2010. His last words were posted on Facebook 10 minutes before his death. "Jumping off the DW Bridge. Sorry." Jessica Logan, an 18-year-old girl who committed suicide after being bullied at school. Sarah Lynn Butler, a 12-year-old who committed suicide due to cyberbullying. The last messages she received on MySpace moments before her death had said that she was easily forgotten and that she was just a stupid little naive girl and that nobody would miss her. The young girl left a note for her family saying she couldn't handle what others were saying about her. Phoebe Prince, a 15-year-old who faced bullying and cyberbullying at her new school, all because other people didn't like her date to the winter dance. Kenneth Weishu Jr., a 15-year-old boy who came out about his sexuality, who was bullied at school, online, and received death threats over the phone. According to his sister, after he came out, the abuse began with people he trusted, people who were meant to be his friends, but just turned on him. Ryan Halligan, 13-year-old boy, took his life in 2003, mainly because of one person bullying him. Rachel Neblett, a 17-year-old girl, committed suicide after receiving stalking, terroristic natured messages online from someone from her school. Rachel's older sister says, "My little sister committed suicide on October the 9th, 2006. Her name is Rachel Neblett. She was 17 when she died, and the most amazing girl you would ever meet. She was an outgoing, loving, and caring person. You would never dream that she would do that to herself. She was not just my sister, she was my best friend. All I have now is a black hole where my heart was, because my little sister's gone." Grace McComas, a 15-year-old girl who took her life last year due to cyberbullying. Amanda Todd. When she was in the 7th grade, Amanda met a man in an online chat room who talked her into flashing her breasts. A year later, the man contacted her on Facebook and asked her to put on a show for him. He threatened to release a photo of her to everyone she knew if she didn't comply with his wishes. He knew her address, her name, where she lived and went to school, and who her friends and family members were. The photo of Amanda was released and went viral. Other kids at her school saw the photo and began to bully her and tease her. She became severely depressed, developed anxiety, and began to use drugs and alcohol. A year later, after she had changed schools, the man came back and created a Facebook page using a topless photo as the profile picture. Her new friends ignored her, talking about her and bullying her. She reveals in her YouTube video her feelings about crying every night and beginning to cut. Again, Amanda changed schools, where a boy flirted with her. As a result, girls from the first school came to her new school. She got beaten up, while people filmed it and watched it. She reveals she was left alone and left on the ground. She managed to crawl to the road and lie in a ditch where her father would later find her. Once she got home, she attempted suicide, but she failed. She moved once again, but the bullying continued and didn't stop. Amanda's body was found in her home on the 10th of October 2012. It can be something little or something large that can push someone into taking their own life. The question is always asked, how can someone be so selfish into doing this? The real question that should be raised is, how can we as humans be so inhumane to push someone to that point, to sit around and watch someone have these things happen to them, to have them take place? There is always a choice. What's your decision?